You know what? I feel like LeBron James when he was on the Cavs and then the Heat. Just give me the powder because I'm throwing it up right now. All right. First off, JETS, right? The chant is JETS, suck, suck, suck. And it will be like that until we get a change of everything. And it starts at the top. All right. It starts at the top. The Johnsons, right? The Johnsons. First off, we have Woody Johnson, who wants to be playing, politician because he got sent to England in 2017 by none other than President Trump to go be the ambassador to Britain. What does this guy know about foreign affairs? Absolutely nothing. What does he know about football? Absolutely nothing. Who did he leave in charge? His brother, Chris Johnson. Who knows what about football? That's right. You guessed it.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Not a damn thing.
This team has been a dumpster fire for the past 10 years. People, I am a proud sports fan. I have loyalty up the wazoo. Just look at the teams I root for. The last time I saw the Jets in the playoffs was 10 years ago, right? That was led by Mark Sanchez. But let me just show you the ineptitude of the Jets, right? Rex Ryan goes to back-to-back AFC championship games, right? 2 straight years. What happens after that? The Jets bring in John Idzik as GM. John Idzik doesn't like Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan doesn't like John Idzik. What happens? The Jets suck the next 2 years. Guess who gets fired? You guessed it, Rex Ryan. Then the Jets don't consult John Idzik as to who they should bring in as coach. They do it by committee. And who do they bring in? My guy, Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles doesn't get along with John Idzik. Guess who gets the boot? John Idzik. In steps Mike Maccagnan. Did Todd Bowles have a say in the Mike Maccagnan? Absolutely not. And we all see after that 10-win season in the first year how that worked out. Todd Bowles gets the boot. Then here's where it gets great. Mike Maccagnan runs the Jets draft. Mike Maccagnan runs the Jets free agency. Mind you, a free agency where they had $100 million to spend, where they got Le'Veon Bell and they got CJ Mosley. Oh, yeah. And did I mention that a year ago, they spent $72.5 million on Trumaine Johnson, a cornerback from the LA Rams? Now, you would think, looking at his stats from the past 5 years, all right, this is a great signing. Oh, my gosh. And you have Jamal Adams. You have Marcus May in there. I mean, they were talking about New Jack City as their secondary. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Wrong. Trumaine Johnson is a bum. He's a bona fide scrub. I mean, all disrespects. I don't care. He is garbage. He was garbage last year, and somehow he became even more garbage this year. Crazy. Oh, like he was actually benched in a game. They benched him in a game because he was that bad. He didn't start a game this year because he was that bad. Now it brings me to the whole Jets defense. Boy, it sure does suck when all your linebackers get hurt. First in the preseason, Avery Williamson. We had Brandon Copeland, who was serving a 6-game suspension. CJ Mosley decided to, strain his groin, which turned into something crazy. I never heard of anybody being out with the groin for 2 months. I mean, but yeah, Jets training staff, right? Their medical staff. Then we go to the offensive line. The supposedly best player in the draft, Quinn Williams, picked at number 3, got his first sack of the season literally this past Sunday against the Miami Dolphins. Leonard Williams got traded to the Giants. You know why? Because he's a bum. I'm a big Leonard Williams fan. He was drafted 6th overall a few years ago. I was like, oh yeah, big cat. It's lit. He has done nothing since Muhammad Wilkerson and Sheldon Richardson left.
0 sacks this year.
0 sacks. Henry Anderson
else was in that draft? What year is he drafted? All right, you know what? Keep going. I'll do this after.
Okay. Who else? Henry Anderson has been pretty much hurt and banged up this year. No show, right? We're literally bringing guys in off the street to play on this defense. The secondary, where do I even begin? We already discussed Trumaine Johnson, his garbageness. Darryl Roberts has played semi-decent, but even his semi-defense is still garbage. Brian Poole, I don't even know what the hell he's doing, right? Jamal Adams, Marcus May, I have no problems with them. They actually show up to play every single day. Every game they show up to play. I don't worry about them. I worry about everybody else. All the other DBs. I don't like. They annoy me. And then you know what really grinds my gears about defensive backs. I know you guys can both attest to this. When defensive backs make a play, they don't even really make a play. Let's say the quarterback overthrows the ball 5 yards to the receiver, right? Oh, look who's the first one celebrating, sticking his arms out, pumping his chest. The DB. Nigga, you ain't do anything. Sit down. That's why I was so like Darryl Roberts did this in the Miami game, right? He got called for a crucial game-turning pass interference call, right? One play on the goal line, he breaks up a slant. There he is, waving his arms. Excuse me, you're the reason why they're down there, sir. Now we get to the offense. Oh my gracious. You talk about fraudulent. Do you want to talk about fraudulent? The fraudulence of this guy, Adam Gase, is tremendous. Oh my gosh. I'm scared, guys. You know why I'm scared? Do you want to know why I'm scared? I'm scared because he is probably going to break Sam Darnold. I don't care what anybody says. I have seen enough of Sam Darnold to know he's going to be a good quarterback. But you know what? Why he's not going to be a good quarterback? As long as he has Adam Gase calling the plays for him. It's ridiculous. Todd Bowles got more out of Sam Darnold last year, and Todd Bowles is the defensive coach. He's a defensive coach. And he got more out of Sam Darnold in his rookie year than Adam Gase is getting out of him this year. And yes, granted, our offensive line is atrocious. Oh my gosh, a wet floor sign, a mop, a broom, a bucket, and a dustpan could block better than what we got on that offensive line right now.
Pretty bad.
And so help me God, Brian Winters, if I see you in the streets, you got to run me a fade. How dare you yell at Sam Darnold?
In the streets, I'm gonna slap the shit out you.
How dare you yell at Sam Darnold because you guys messed up the snap count? He taps the center, even though Darnold is still calling out the plays, still running the hot routes. Taps the center, hike the ball, safety. And you got the nerve. First of all, you've been fraudulent all year as well. You're trash, and you got the nerve to yell at Sam Darnold.
The tenacity, the unmitigated gall,
the audacity. Oh my gosh! Right? So you can't block this guy. Sam Darnold's seeing ghosts. I don't blame him. I'd be seeing ghosts too if I'd only had a second and a half to throw the ball and I got 700 defensive linemen. Not even, dog. They're rushing 3 and we still give up sacks. How? In what league? There are 5 offensive linemen on the line, right? 5. If you rush 3, that means that there's 2 people that double team. Yet somehow they're still getting through. Interesting.
They were rushing 3 and getting sacks.
They're rushing 3 and getting sacks. It's ridiculous. I want to blow my brains
Dolphins
out.
Dolphins rushing 3 and getting sacks.
Any team. It's ridiculous.
So that means
No, he's not done.
You're not done.
I'm not done. That means you can't get that means you can't get the ball to your playmakers, Robbie Anderson, Jamison Crowder. Like Robbie Anderson was, I said this, I think it was on our first podcast or the second podcast. I was like, Robbie Anderson's going to have a breakout year. I know if we go back in tapes, I remember saying Robbie Anderson breakout year.
I remember this.
Look at it. He was in trade talks. They had this man in trade talks. But yes, take away Sam Darnold's only deep threat. Yeah, because that's going to help him. I just don't get it. This team is broken. This team is broken. This team has broken me. This team has broken Jets fans. It's ridiculous. It's been bad before as a Jets fan. It's never been this bad. And also, last thing, you know who's not getting a pass? Greg Williams. Greg Williams, you're supposed to be this highly touted defensive genius, and yet somehow you let Ryan Fitzpatrick march down the field 3 consecutive times like it was nothing. That defense was Charmin soft. He ate you guys up. But no. All the onus goes on the quarterback, right? Sam Darnold had a good game aside from that one horrible interception. Yes, get it. Had a good game, overshadowed. You know why? Because our defense can't make stops. Our offensive line can't block. Our defensive line can't get pressure. Our linebackers are getting shook out their shoes by tight ends. Have some self-respect for yourself getting shook out of your shoes by a tight end from Penn State. The unmitigated, the audacity. I just can't. And you know what's crazy? We're going to lose. We're going to lose to the Redskins. We're going to lose to the Dolphins again. We're going to lose to oh my God. I hope Danny Dimes throws for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns next week. I do. I really do. Because at this point, I'm over it. I'm over this team. I'm sick of it. We'll try again next year. I'm done.